Hi guys, it's Lucy, and today I'm going to be doing Top 5 Wednesday. So I don't think I've ever done a Top 5 Wednesday before, but this week's topic looked really interesting, so I decided I'm gonna do it. So, Top 5 Wednesday, if you don't already know, is a Goodreads group that was started by Lainey from Ginger Reads Lainey and is now currently run by Sam from Thoughts on Tomes. It's just a Goodreads group that gives you a topic every week to talk about every Wednesday. This week's topic is books you felt betrayed by. So basically it doesn't have to be books that you didn't like or anything, and like it could be like a book where like one character that you loved like changed or something, but you still like the book or whatever. But for me, this is all books that I ended up really not liking, so take that with a grain of salt. Just because I didn't like these books doesn't mean you won't, yada yada yada. And yeah, let's talk about the books. These are in no particular order. The first book that I'm going to be talking about is The Gate Thief by Orson Scott Card. I have already spoken about how much I disliked this book. It was one of my least favorite books of 2015, and yeah, I didn't really like it. And the reason I felt betrayed by it is because this is the second book in the Mither Major series, and I loved the first book. I thought it was so good, and then for the second book to be so bad, I just felt betrayed. So yeah, I will not be continuing on in the series. I felt like before that I was thinking about it just to see if the third book redeemed it, but now I don't think I even care. The second book is Wicked by Gregory Maguire. Again, this is a book I have talked about, and in that same video with The Gate Thief. If you don't know, Wicked is the story of the Wicked Witch of the West, and it's from her side of things, like The Wizard of Oz and all of that, and it's apparently a great Broadway play, and for whatever reason I thought I was going to love this book, and I really did not. So that is how I felt betrayed by it, the fact that I thought I was going to love it, and then I didn't. Maximum Ride Forever by James Patterson. This is the only book on this list that I haven't actually read, and the reason I feel betrayed by it is this is the last book in a 9-10 book series. It's kind of about these kids who were government experiments, and it's about like their adventures together. I used to love it when I was younger, and as I've gotten older and started continuing the series, it was not good. And basically the reason I feel betrayed by this book, even though I haven't read it, is because the book before it is Maximum Ride Nevermore, or just Nevermore, I can't remember the exact title, but that was marketed as the last book in the series. So I finally read that book just so I could finish the series, and the way it ended, honestly, I didn't think it was really that cliffhanger-y, and I didn't think it needed to be extended, especially because they told us it wasn't going to be extended. That was the last book, and then they go and release this book, which is the true last book, but I'm so mad about it because I gave the fake last book 2 stars. I really only read it because I wanted to finish the series. I wanted to say that I finished the series. And then they go and release this, and I'm betrayed. I feel betrayed. I'm mad about it, and I'm probably never going to read it because I was not liking the series anymore. Winger by Andrew Smith. I guess wasn't exactly the book's fault that I felt betrayed. It was actually more BookTube's fault, because this was one of the first books that I read after starting BookTube that I wanted to read because of BookTube, because at the time a lot of people were talking it up and saying how much they loved it, and then I read it and did not love it at all. A lot of these books actually ended up being part of the worst books that I read that year, so, but I felt betrayed because everyone was hyping it up so much on BookTube and it wasn't that good. Winger is about this kid who goes to like a private school, and he's like a junior, but he's 14, so he's like 2 years younger than everyone else in his class, and it's about him trying to fit in and blah 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 blah. And last but not least, we have The Kite Runner by Khalid Hosseini. This one I felt betrayed by because it actually has to do with the writing and story of the book. How I felt betrayed by it, because it wasn't a bad book. I know a lot of people love this book and it's a beloved book, but I personally didn't really like it because I felt that the book was very emotionally manipulative, and I felt betrayed that the book was toying with my feelings that way. I feel like there's a fine line between a book being sad and, you know, characters going through something, and then the way the author is telling something is made to make you feel bad for them rather than, I don't know. The way things happened in the book just rubbed me the wrong way, and I wasn't a big fan of it. So that is how I felt betrayed by that book, and those are the top 5 books that I felt betrayed by. I actually had a list of like 9, so I did have to cut out some books for this video. I'm sure I will have more books that I felt betrayed by in the future, so I'll probably do this video again, you know, sometime in the future. But yeah, those are my top 5 books. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to like it And if you have any opinions about any of the books that I talked about in this video, please leave a comment down below and tell me a book that you felt betrayed by, or let me know if you did this Top 5 Wednesday topic. And if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to my channel because I make more videos where I talk about books. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye! It's kind of about these kids who were government experiments. It was one of my least favorite books. I've talked about this book before on my channel. It was my least favorite. Shit! Are you kidding?